Hi, again with a quick little, another example for your completing the square. Camera's going crazy. Okay, so we have chapter 2.5. We're doing quadratic still. Here we have a function f of x equals negative 2x squared minus 12x plus 7. And we're asked to find the vertex of this standard form and then compare that with what we find when we use completing the square method. So let's go ahead and find the vertex using the standard form method. Again, we have a is negative 2, b is negative 12, and c is 7. And for the vertex, we need a and b. And that's how we'll see what the vertex is doing. Is it shifting to the left or to the right? So we take negative b over 2a. It's negative 12, so negative times a negative becomes a positive 12 over 2 times a negative 2, because that's our a. We get 12 over negative 4, which is negative 3. Now that I have the x value, I need a y, right? So what do? We simply plug it back in, and we get y is equal to negative 2 times negative 3 squared minus 12 times a negative 3 plus 7. Now if you recall, order of operations, we've got to square this first. So negative 3 squared will be 9. 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. Then negative 12 times negative 3 is 36, positive 36, and then the 7 comes along. So we get negative 18 plus 36 is 18, and 18 plus 7 is 25. So we end up with a vertex that is negative 3, 25 from doing it in the standard form. All right, so now we need to complete the square. And this is where it might get a little interesting for us here. First of all, we want to bring the 7 again to the other side. So I take my negative 2x squared minus 12x is equal to negative 7. We bring that 7 to the other side, negative 7. Make that a little bigger. Negative 7. Okay. Now we notice that we have something here that we can factor out. We can factor out a negative 2. Okay, so let's do that immediately. Negative 2, we're left with x squared plus 6x. And we're going to go plus blank quantity is equal to negative 7. Now, last time in the video, what we did was we took half of the middle number and then squared it to get this number here. We're going to do the same thing, except remember, we have to think as though we've factored a negative 2 out. So, in fact, when we take half of 6, that's going to give us 3. Then we're squaring 3, which is 9. But remember, if we factored a 9 out of here, so 9, we can put the 9 there. But if we think that we factored a negative 2 out here, what I have to do is multiply that 9 times negative 2 and add that to the other side. So I'm going to scoot this over so we can see a little clearer now. Hang on. And then what we'll do is 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. So negative 18. All right? So now we have this. So what we can do is now simplify. This can be simplified to negative 2 times the quantity of x plus 3 is equal to, well, negative 7 and negative 18 make negative 25. But again, I'm going to bring this back over because I really want it in my vertex or f of x, vertex form. So when I do that, I get negative 2, x plus 3 plus 25, and that is our f of x in vertex form. And look, we did it, right? If the vertex is at y equals x minus h quantity squared plus k, and the vertex is at negative hk, then if we take the opposite of the 3 and our 25, our vertex will be at negative 3, 25, and that's exactly what we got when we found this version right there. So now you can see that both versions are applicable. We can use the standard form and do negative b over 2a, or we can use completing the square. I just wanted to bring you this example because when we do factor out something, we do have to make sure we multiply that by that negative or whatever that number is on the outside and add it in completion to the other side to get us underway. All right? Hopefully that helps. Have a great night. Talk to you soon.